Hey guys, it's Shamsa and welcome back to my little kitchen. Now today the recipe that I've got is for Chana and Aloo Shorba salan. This is black chickpeas with potatoes. It's a runny sort of curry and it goes perfectly well with like naan breads, pittas, rice, chapatis, you name it. This is the curry that goes with everything. So perfect for all those autumn winter nights approaching us now. Let me run through what you need and then we'll start cooking. So the ingredients you're going to need is 375 grams of chana here, which is the dried chana. Now I soak these the night before in plenty of cold water and just let them sit, and they've had at least 14 to 16 hours of soaking. I've got here 3 medium potatoes which I've peeled and cubed into large chunks, and they just sat in some cold water. And I have 1 large onion which I've roughly chopped. I've got 2 large fresh tomatoes again which I've roughly chopped, and I've got half a cup of oil and the following spices. I have 2 teaspoons of salt, coriander powder, deghi mirch, which is the Kashmeri chilli powder, which gives a really nice colour but not the heat. Then I have 1 teaspoon of normal chilli powder and the same of tumeric powder here. I've got 4 green bullet chillies which I have sliced just halfway up like that. And these are optional. If you don't want to add these in, you don't have to, but I do like a little bit of flavour coming through, and they do look nice as well in the dish. I've also got 1 frozen piece of ginger and garlic here. Now if you don't have this, a tablespoon of the puree or paste is perfectly fine to use. I've got half a tablespoon of homemade garam masala. We've also got fresh coriander to garnish at the end, and we also need 4 mugs of boiled kettle water. So let's start cooking. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cook our chickpeas, and for that we're going to transfer our chickpeas into our pot that we're going to be cooking in, and then straight in with the onions like that, and the tomatoes, and the 4 mugs of water go straight in as well, just like that. And now I'm just going to turn my hob on to full power, which is a 9 setting for me, and I'm going to allow this to come up to the boil, then reduce it down to a simmer by turning my hob settings down to a 5, and I'm going to pop the lid on and I'm going to cook this for 15 minutes. And at the 10-minute mark, first of all, I'm going to check whether they're done. If at 10 minutes they are done, then I'm going to show you what to do next with them. But if at 10 minutes it's still slightly tough and not cooked, then I will continue to cook them for a further 5 minutes, and I'll show you how they look in 10 minutes time. Right, okay guys, it's been 10 minutes. The chana have been cooking away. So we're just going to check them now. Just grab your chana, and to check, basically just grab one, and I know it's hot, and we're just going to squeeze it, and that is done. But I just want it to be even more softer, so I'm going to allow it to cook for a further 5 minutes, so 15 minutes in total. So lid back on again like that, and let it cook for 5 minutes, and then I'll show you what you need to do with these. Right, okay guys, this has been cooking away for a further 5 minutes, so total time 15 minutes. So let's just have a look at this, and just to show you, because it was really hot before, I'm just going to take one and I'm just going to get a spoon and just squish it, and you can tell that that's cooked. So all we're going to do now is we're going to drain this, reserve the stock, don't throw away this stock that the chickpeas have been cooking in, just strain it, and I'll show you what you need to do next. Right, okay guys, I have sieved the chickpeas and onions and tomatoes, and I put them back into the same pot, and I have also reserved the stock that was cooking in, so we're going to add that back into our chana masala when we cook it later on to make the shorba. Right, to this now we are going to add our oil straight in, just like that, the frozen ginger and garlic, and all of the spices, the dry spices go in, apart from the garam masala. And we're going to cook this now. We're going to bun this for about 10 minutes on a medium heat setting until all of those onions and tomatoes have like cooked down really nicely, and that will give a really nice thick masala. So just give that a stir. My heat setting is on a 7 at the moment. And I'm just going to sort of like bun this now, and I'll show you how it looks in about 10 minutes time. Guys, I totally forgot to mention, just keep adding small amounts of water into this when you're doing the 10-minute cook bun. It'll just help break down the onions and tomatoes even more. Right, okay guys, this has been cooking away for 10 minutes now, and you can see that the onions and the tomatoes are breaking down nicely. To this, I'm now going to add in my potatoes, and I'm going to cook it further for 10 to 15 minutes. And once the potatoes are more than half cooked, I'll show you how they look. Now, it all depends on the different types of potatoes you use. I'm using red potatoes here today, so it probably will take around 10 to 15 minutes to cook these. But once they're done, I'll show you how they look. And do add little bits of water into this as you cook it for the next 10-15 minutes. You don't need to put the lid on, just keep stirring it, bunning it, cooking it, add little bits of water into it, and I'll see you guys in about 15 minutes time. Oops, totally forgot to mention guys, keep your heat settings on a medium setting, which is a 7 for me, and just continue to keep stirring it as well, like that. Right, okay guys, this has now been cooking away for 15 minutes, and the masala is really nicely broken down. So the tomatoes and the onions that we added have broken down really nicely. The potatoes, however, are not done, which is perfectly fine. Again, like I said, it depends on the potatoes that you use. Mine were red potatoes, and I'm just going to show you. So just here, I'm just going to poke my knife in. They are cooked, but they're not fully cooked, and that is what you want. So the next step, and is very crucial, I think, in my opinion. I'm going to take my potatoes and just take them all out one by one. Doesn't matter if you get a little bit of chickpeas in with them as well when you sort of like take them out. Right, okay guys, so now we are just left with this chickpea masala here. Now, this is entirely up to you. This, if you want to do this, you can do. If you want to skip this, by all means do this. But I normally do this, and I get myself a potato masher, and I just go in and I kind of break down the chickpeas a little, as much as I can. You can use a hand blender to do this, or you can just use this. You just want to sort of like create some sort of like texture in there. You've obviously got the textures from the chickpeas anyway, but you just want to sort of like create more texture, more flavour. And by breaking up these chickpeas, it's going to create an even thicker sort of like shorba, which is the curry, because this is a wet curry, a thick wet curry, and by breaking the chickpeas up a little bit, it's going to give you even more flavour. Again, if you don't want to do this, just skip this part, but I guarantee you that this adds so much flavour to the dish when you come to sort of like eat it. And you can see it's gone kind of mushy now, hasn't it? There we are. That looks good. So there's broken bits of chickpeas in there. Let's just use my other hand because it is tiring to do this. And I quite like it really, really sort of like mushy and broken down, with maybe a little bit of whole chickpeas in there. But I'm going to leave it at that. So just gently take off everything. Okay. And we are now going to transfer the potatoes back in. Just clean up the sides like that. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to take the stock that we cooked the chickpeas in, and we're going to add that straight in to the pot. And this is roughly 3 mugs of stock. We're just going to give it a stir. And turn my hob settings up to a high at this moment, and just allow that to come up to the boil. But then I'm going to take 1 extra mug of boiled kettle water and pop that straight in as well, just like that. And once it's come up to the boil, what we're going to do is we're going to pop the lid on and turn our heat settings down to a 6, and we're going to cook this for a further 10 minutes with the lid on. Guys, totally forgot to mention, you need to pop your green chillies in right now and then pop your lid on. See you guys back in 10 minutes. Right, okay guys, it's been 10 minutes. This has been cooking away, so I'm just going to show you how it looks. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. Let's put that there. And look at that shorba. Oh my god, the potatoes are fully cooked now, because I can just tell. And that has thickened up really, really nicely. And to finish this off, all we're going to do is we're going to sprinkle over our garam masala. Just give that a mix. And then straight in with our fresh coriander. And again, just give that a mix. Just be careful you don't break those potatoes because they are super soft. Ooh, can't wait to tuck into this. Oh, just look at that. Oh, maybe let me just grab another spoon to show you guys. So that is how the shorba salan is, and it should be. Just look at that, really nice and thick, and as it cools obviously it will thicken it as well, but this is how I like it. This is my preferred sort of like consistency that I actually have my rice and my roti with. If you want it slightly more thicker, just cook it for a further 5 to 10 minutes and you'll have it even more thicker than that, but I think that's the perfect consistency. Guys, let me plate this up now and show you guys exactly how this is. Right, okay guys, I have plated up my wonderful kala chana and aloo shorba salan. Oh my god, looks absolutely delicious, and I'm going to pop this down before I spill it. So the moment of truth, time to tuck into this and tell you guys exactly how it is. I've just made some plain white rice with this. You can have this with anything. Like I mentioned, everything goes well with this. Traditionally, my mum would make roti with this, and what we would do would we would sort of like break it up as soon as it was like really nice and hot off the tawa. We'd break it up into little pieces and just throw it into our bowls full of this shorba salan and just let it sort of like soften up, and then we would just scoop it up with our hands and eat it. Oh my god, that was the best thing ever. Right, okay, I forgot to get myself a spoon to help myself to this wonderful salan. Oh, look at that. And it's thickened up so nicely. Just, I'll show you in a second guys, once I just help myself to this. Look at that. Just look. Oh my god, the steam's still coming off the salan and the rice that I made. So okay, here goes. Potatoes again are super soft. They've just broken, so you've just seen that. So here goes. Let's just take a little bit and just mix it all in. Wow. That is so hot. Oh my god. That is so comforting. There is something about this dish that just warms up the insides when you take that first sort of like spoonful, and that's exactly what it's done. It's raining here whilst I'm filming this, so it's the perfect dish for tonight. But oh my god, spices, salt, everything is spot on. Whoa. That is so nice guys. Oh my god, chana are perfectly cooked, potatoes are super soft, spice is perfect. Can't go wrong with this dish. Guys, try the recipe out and you're going to love this one because it's so simple. We've got these things available at home. We've got like dried chickpeas, we've got potatoes, we've got onions, and there's no reason why you shouldn't be making this. Give it a try. Let me know how you find it. I'm going to leave you with this one. Don't forget to always share, like, comment and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done. I'll appreciate it. Turn that bell notification on as well so you never miss any new updates. I'll be back again next week with a new recipe. So see you then. Take care. Happy cooking. Bye.